Hi everybody. So I have made a few changes to my setup since I uploaded that train wreck of a video yesterday. And there's actually some recording that was lost, so you didn't get to see that I made watering cans for everyone, or scaffolds going up to the roof so that other players, when they join, don't have to damage themselves coming down. I also switched my rotation to smooth rotation, and that means that I'm actually turning instead of just jump cut turning, which I think was responsible for a lot of what looked like lag on the last episode. And I also had it set so that the left trigger changed the viewpoint on the mirror. Basically, the screen picture that I was showing and that I was recording kept switching back and forth between single eye view to first player to the two-eyed mirror, and I didn't actually show most of that on the video except for that which I really had no choice about. And that's why it looked like about half of last episode was filmed through a cell phone. So anyway, I think I've got a lot of that fixed. So future episodes, including this one, should look a lot better. Except, of course, for those times when I lose tracking on my headset for some reason. Anyway, I expect to be joined later on by my nephew Tim, or Arthrillid actually, and I hope to at that point make some hang gliders, and we can do a little bit of exploring. I know with certainty that there is iron ore in these rock formations over here, and there should be stuff even more useful down in this jungle island. Plus, just being able to fly around will enable me to see any other islands that might be around here. Most important, though, is that iron, so I can make an airship. I've spent a few hours trying to straighten out my controller setup so that not only does my recording view not change, but I should be able to operate an airship with my controllers. And I may do more refinements for that later, but that's of course going to be off camera. At any rate, since I don't have a whole lot of dirt to expand this island with just yet, I think right now I'm going to focus on harvesting some string and some wood until our Arthrillid comes along. And then once we do some exploring, we can also grab a bunch of dirt from that island. Use that to expand this island so we can improve our farming setup. Alright, so my nephew had to cancel for the night. He has some husband-wife stuff, and that's not something you put off. So, it looks like I will be gliding solo tonight. I already have my hang glider made. I've got a stack of scaffolds. But I figure while I've got all this hemp, then I may as well go ahead and make me some backpacks. Forestry backpacks, because I want to pick up some dirt and some wood. So I'm thinking a digger's backpack and a forester's backpack would be nice to have. My plan is to go to that rock right there, because I happen to know there's iron ore on it from shooting the opening to this video, and then glide down to this jungle island and grab some wood, but most of all I want dirt. Any other useful ores that I could pick up from there would be nice too. Looks like we've got some ordo gems, crystals, and that might be some air crystals right there. And I'm sure there's some cocoa. And I'd love to pick up some Botania flowers to start with. I'd love to also get some apatite and come over here and get some sand and make some fertilizer. And I'd love to see what's in this rock too. Some of these floating rocks have blaze spawners in them, which could be a pretty handy thing to have. Alright, so we're not ready for a mining backpack yet. Foresting backpack would be nice to have. And a digging backpack. What else am I missing? I'm missing string. There, string. Alright, so I've got my digging backpack, I've got my foresting backpack. I would also like to have a bed to take with me. Actually, what I'd really like to have is a sleeping bag, but I need some blue dye for that. And 2 stacks of scaffold. And we'll just put a bunch of this stuff away. I am going to go ahead and take my watering can along with me, just in case there's anything I need to grow to bring back from that jungle. I'm not taking my diamond hoe, though, since I have no intention of making another one. And it's getting dark, so it's perfect time to head to bed and start fresh in the morning. Good news, the foresting backpack works. And this thing dropped 3 melon seeds when I broke it. That's interesting. Alright, always be sure that you're well fed before you fly. Okay, so hang gliders in VR. For some reason you have to jump when you push the activation button. Or you can just push the activation button. Alright, looks like we have some grass here. There's a lovely island over there which I'd love to look at as soon as I survive this drop. Okay. That's great. We have lots of polished andesite here, which would be good for putting decorative stuff around the base, I suppose, decorative platforms. Now there is a lovely forest island right over there. And that is an applied energistics meteor down there. And yes, that's definitely some air crystal, so we'll want to go after that later. All this andesite is not a terribly critical thing for me to have. It'll be a nice thing to build some platforms with back in the home base. The main thing I want out of this island, of course, is this iron ore. I really should have also brought a tool station with me and some cobble, just in case I blow through all the durability in this pickaxe. and need to repair it. But I think I should still be able to get everything I need out of this rock before I run out. Wow, there's quite a lot of iron ore out of this. That will be really handy. There probably is some more iron on this rock. However, my pickaxe is running low on durability. It's getting into the afternoon. So if I want to repair my pickaxe, I need to get down to this island, harvest some wood and some stone, make a tool station, and fix my pickaxe. And then I can check out what else is down there. So I guess I should stop admiring it and go there. Right. Oh, goodness. Oh, sheep. Nice. Okay. I have arrived here without plummeting to my doom. And I really thought I was about to do that too, by the way. Alright, plenty of jungle wood here. I really should have at least brought some cobble with me. And once I get to the bottom of all this, it will probably be pretty close to time for me to put down a bed. And that looks like a food-bearing tree from Pam's Harvest Craft. Yeah, it's getting pretty close to that time. Alright, so over here we have breadfruit. I need to fix that too. Alright, I did not actually come here so much for the wood as I came for the dirt. But I want to start at the highest place that I can. Oh, a parrot. And some ignis crystals. Okay, time to get me some cobble. And tool station. And some cobble. Now I can fix that. And that. And since cobble is the thing that I can most readily make more of back at home, that's what I will also be using for my filler so that I don't accidentally fall to my doom, hopefully. I think that is cocoa beans. But I don't want to go there badly enough to find out. It is nice to know that there are plenty of other islands within easy reach of our home. Ah, there's some cocoa. You know, working on skylands and skyblocks is kind of scary in pancake mode. But in VR, it's even more so. But much like pancake mode, once you actually fall off the edge and find yourself falling into the abyss to your doom, it's really not so scary as it is disappointing. Still don't want to do it. Now it would be nice if I could not only get a bunch of dirt, but also get some other nice handy minerals, like some inferium, for instance. With a few dozen inferium, I could grow my own dirt. You know what? I'm going to call this enough for now. I think I'd like to try to get to the top of that tree and then build my scaffolding from there. Some ladders would have been a handy thing to bring along. But before I go back, I'm going to get some sleep. Alright, so now I have plenty of iron, and that means that I can make buckets and an airship. And my current height is 122. And I don't remember what my height was at the island. But we'll see if this is high enough to get me home. And if it isn't, I've got almost another stack. 188. I think 20 more scaffolds ought to do it. 1, 1, 2, 18, 19, 20. There's nothing like VR to remind me how coordinated I'm not. Jump. Okay. All right. We got plenty of stuff, and the trip itself was fairly uneventful. And not at all painful, so that was nice. Alright, so we have over 3 stacks of dirt, stack and a quarter of andesite, and 20 iron ore. That's going to be nice. Particularly if my airship doesn't end up dropping me into the void. Which is quite possible with the amount... Oh look, an eclipse. Anyway, it's quite possible that my airship could drop me into the void with the amount of practice that I've had. I've done some practice in creative, and I've had some pretty mixed results. But I think I'm confident that I can still pilot an airship in VR to get me to some useful places. Of course, it would help if my headset would not occasionally just lose tracking all on its own. But yeah, for the airship, we're still going to need a lot of hemp so that we can make string, so that we can make wool, etc., etc. Okay, so with that extra dirt, I can make a platform to launch my airship, because airships will stick to things like wood, andesite, cobble, but they don't stick to dirt. So yeah, I need dirt for the landing pad. I also need dirt for expanding the farms. However, that's a little bit moot until I get some more water. Except for growing trees. I don't need extra water for trees. Yes, I do think I will build my launch landing pad for my airship over here. I think that should be enough space for my first airship. At any rate, although I did miss playing with other people today, I did manage to achieve what I wanted to achieve. I did my first gliding flight, got some iron ore, plenty of dirt, pretty much everything I need to start work on an airship. I also managed to record enough footage, hopefully, to see whether I have actually solved all the problems that I thought I did. Of course, if you've watched this video, then you already know the answer to that question. I myself won't know until I've moved all the footage over to my editing computer and looked it over. But I made it to 2 islands and back again without getting killed even once, so that's pretty good. Hopefully I can continue that streak with airships. So yeah, I'm going to call this an episode for now. And next episode, I'll start on an airship. And just in case, I'll be sure to give it a passenger seat. So yeah, next episode, Da Vinci's Vessels in VR. Don't miss it. It's sure to be entertaining. Until then, have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.